Alrighty, there we go. We are live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's good to be back. It's another day of CWL and another day of Legends. I hope you guys are doing alright. And yeah, I'm excited for what I have to show you guys. We have had a solid day. And yesterday, unfortunately, the stream did get cut off because of a dropped connection. But I did finish my last 4 attacks, all with triples, and so we managed 45 stars yesterday. It was pretty cool that we pulled that off. And unfortunately in day 2 we followed it up with immediately a 1-star. Our first attack was a 1-star. And so we've kind of just been trying to play catch up since then. It's kind of how today has gone. Damien, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. And so yeah, I have 6 bases I have to clear. I do think I have some reasonable plans for all of them. I'll go over them pretty quickly. And yeah, if you guys are curious on how my Legend League day went, this is kind of what I had. It was mostly pretty steady. Like, I got a 306, but I also got a 262. So just now we had our reset, and my lowest rank was around 2000, and my highest was pretty close to the top 200. Not quite, but pretty close. Sud, hey, what's going on? So yeah, Legend League was good yesterday, and today you guys will see how it goes. I'm gonna do my 6 CWL hits right away this time, rather than like yesterday doing an hour of Legends first. I just got done doing 3 hours of Legends. So, okay. Let's first talk about number 3. Sire, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, bro. I have already kind of discussed my plans with Faizi a bit, but I also want to discuss it with you guys, just in case somebody gives me any good ideas. And so this is a rare occasion where I will take an air bomb space, and mainly to do with the fact that I think I can destroy the air bombs flat out, like before, like with the setup. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll shoot the arrow from this bomb tower. It's going to be at a little bit of an angle, but nothing too crazy. And then broadside this side over here with the dragons. That's kind of the plan. Wiz, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, bro. Are you losing on percent? Actually, we have percent right now. We have an 86% and a 95%. And they have done a 93, 97, and an 86, so we definitely have percent. So if it's possible for me to get 6 triples, which I know it is, then we should have a win. Mangotra, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. Their last attacker is their leader, Conquest. So I am expecting 3 stars from him, because he's definitely a good player. I'm not exactly sure why he isn't in Legends 1 at the moment, but he's definitely got a lot of trophies on his profile. Background music is too loud. I can lower that just a little bit. I don't want to lower it a crazy amount. Cool. Time to bring home the W. Yes, absolutely. B-Law, hey, what's going on? Not giving any good ideas today. I messed up in CWL. It happens, bro. You should have talked to me before your attack. It's kind of what I think. But it happens. This is a base, actually. I kind of want to bring a Duke Charge. Something like Duke Charge into Dragon Riders. I think this is one of those cases where I won't be using what I typically use. I definitely think Dragon Riders have a good shot on this base, especially against the lava launcher. I would probably start the Duke Charge either on this storage, or potentially just right on the mortar by funneling here first with like a baby dragon. It would mess up the fox timing a little bit, but I think I can manage it. Mainly I just want to try to get some value over here by this rage tower, and if I can get this ricochet, then I have pretty clear pathing with the dragons here. And I think after that, really the only threat is the sweepers. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But that is a good layout, I gotta say. AJ Nick, hey, what's going on? In Champ 1 do or die situation means 45 stars or lose war. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for most clans in Champ 1. Just want to see you triple so I can feel good. I'll do my best, bro. I will definitely try my best. I will definitely try my best. I think that for this layout, what I'll do is I'll start the dragons over by the monolith. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll start with the Duke over here to grab the CC, and then the arrow from this elixir collector. And at least if I can give the queen a little bit of support with the healing tome, then she might be able to walk off on her own over here. This is actually a tweak of a common layout, so I don't feel too crazy about it. Like, I feel like I have good chances, but if there's any traps that I'm not aware of, then it could turn out wrong, potentially. Number 12, this is a base I see a lot in Legends. I'm going to use 3 Quakes and hit the Clan Castle and the Revenge Tower. I usually shoot the arrow from this Elixir Collector over here, and then just the dragons over here. It should be an easy triple. The only thing is this monolith sometimes picks off some stuff like the Duke. This will probably be my first target, because I don't recall any time that I've ever failed that base. And this is a base I've seen a lot as well. I've found a way to consistently triple it, because I should have it right on one of my accounts. I have a base that's like similar to this, but some of the buildings are moved around a bit. Like these air defenses over here are typically scatter shots, right? I think that the air defenses could potentially do a little more damage, so I have to focus on getting a good dark orb in this area. And then of course focus on nailing the backpack. I think I would use 1 Quake to cover these 2 builders, and then 2 Quakes to cover the monolith, and then all 3 Quakes should hit the Super Wizard Tower, so an arrow would go through all of these. That's kind of what I think. I overkilled this base many times in Legends 1. Yeah, it's very popular, isn't it? This base has crazy Duke charge value, does it? I gotta be honest, I'm not too crazy experienced with Duke charges. Like, I can do them if the entry is very clear, but for Legend League, I don't think I would have that great of control over the Duke on a lot of bases. I definitely need to spend some time soon practicing that. So, let's see if I have this base right. It's this one. Rahul, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. Yeah, this is the army with the Duke charge that I'm working on. I bet you I'll use this army on number 15, which is this base. I think all I need to do is just clear a couple buildings over here, or potentially just drop the Duke over here, and then get like the ricochet and create a bit of a separation over here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The only threat really is this sweeper, because once I have dragons like over here, or dragon riders I should say, then they'll end up facing the sweeper a bit. Dhoom bro, after too much planning, don't fail the attack. I'll do my best, bro. It's a lot of attacks I have to get through. I'm looking for some better music. This is supposed to be lo-fi, and it isn't exactly lo-fi, is it? I don't think I can focus with this music, quite honestly. Okay. We can start with number 3. This base doesn't look too bad for me. I do have to manage my free spells properly. I think that I can just use totems over here and the poison to handle the logger and these couple of heroes in the area. That's kind of what I think. And I can also use freezes over in this area, close by the rage tower. And then overgrowth back here probably. That's the idea. Maybe I should also go for a freebie potentially. Itsu failed an attack in his recent CWL vid. Yeah, it happens, bro. I think a lot of people are taking Legends 2 a little lightly. Like, the Legends 2 modifier is like, with a good plan, if you get hit by traps, then you will fail. And with a good plan, if you don't hit traps but you make some subtle mistakes, you can also fail. That's the state of Legends 2. I think it's relatively balanced. Like, I prefer Legends 1, obviously, in terms of difficulty. But Legends 2 is not to be taken lightly, that's what I will say. Let's go for this base. Mods have definitely made a big difference, yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Let's go for it. Good luck, thank you, bro. Now I am hoping that the warden doesn't follow everything going the other way. He doesn't, thankfully. I don't want to use my rocket loans just yet. That was a raged logger, by the way. I didn't realize how much damage that was doing until kinda late. Definitely a little bit late. And now we can put overgrowth here, right? Do have to be careful about the warden. He is just a little low. I do want to see this overgrowth way back up very soon. And yeah, I think we got it. It was a little shaky. I'll be honest, I have definitely overkilled this base in Legend League before, and this time it wasn't as clean. But this time we easily got it right. I still have the revive. Abid, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. Earlier it was just spam and triple. Yes, even in Champ 1, you're absolutely right. Here's a swag revive. I'm not even going to use it. I could totally use it for just finishing the hit faster, but obviously time is not a factor here. Easy, thank you, bro. Nice rocket loons to the mono. Typically I use the rocket loons over here because the Duke goes this way. But the Duke ended up going with my army to this rage tower. So that's why I held on to those rocket loons. Like really the plan that I have for the monolith when I see this base in Legends 1 is not that great. But if the Duke and the Queen go this way, they can do some good work. And there's typically enough dragons alive to take care of the monolith. Yeah, these Dragon Riders going over to the Fire Spitter is kind of what funneled the Duke to go into this Rage Tower area. It was definitely a mistake on my deployment. Let's see. You still have any bought any skins or scenery? Are you going to buy the season set? Nah. Honestly, probably not. And typically what I look for in skin sets are just when they look heroic, if that makes sense. I do like this set, like especially the Warden skin, but like this Queen skin just looks a little too cartoonish for me, not exactly heroic, if that makes sense. But the scenery is cool too. I like these colors. It's dark but not too black. Like there's still a little bit of lightness as well. And I haven't listened to the music, so maybe the music is good. I don't want to give my full judgment on the scenery if I haven't had a chance to listen to the music yet. CRZ Reflex, hey, what's going on? You want me to check your village out? I will take a second to check out your base, because my heart's pumping a little bit after that attack. Looks like they're straying away from the pay-to-win sceneries. You think so? I'm not exactly sure about that. A lot of people were saying that that one scenery with the cyber scenery was pay-to-win. And so they ended up tweaking it. Dark Gray. You are a Town Hall 17 and you have some decent upgrades, son. It looks like you might be a little fresh to Town Hall 17. Like, I would guess you've been Town Hall 17 now maybe a month and a half. And the only thing I would say right off the bat is that your league is a little low. Titan League, we have some Town Hall 17s in our clan that are like League 32, 33. Wix, hey, what's going on? Better than the future themed one at least, yeah. I do like the XL sceneries because I play on the iPad, so when you zoom out on the iPad you get a nice view of the scenery. But the thing I don't like is that they're doing it like every month. And so I think that regular sceneries are not exactly gonna be a thing anymore. I think every scenery will be an XL scenery. And that's just an extra way for them to make more money, right? We have a Town Hall 17 in Legends, don't forget. Yeah, that's true. We do. I almost forgot, actually. You filled in CWL yet? I have not. I have not, actually. Yeah, AK. Is he here? He might be here right now. We have Sire and Milot. I don't think Milot's in the chat right now, but both of these guys are 32 and 33. I don't know where AK is at the moment. He's somewhere. Here he is. He's Town Hall 17 in Legend League, so he should be on the leaderboard somewhere, right? Somewhere. Here he is. And he's playing in one of our clans. So, yeah, anyway. Let's move on. And I think next I want to go for number 3. This is kind of the next easiest one. I did the first easiest one. And this one I would consider the next. I think I would start with a dragon in this corner just to kind of set up a funnel. So that we can get troops to go directly into the monolith. That's what I think. But then after that, I'm just going to go straight into the setup. And yeah, we can go for this, right? In India, the prices are low. You guys recently got a price decrease, right? Like everything has gotten cheaper, the sceneries and the gold passes and whatnot. I think that's actually a big win for India, because before they were kind of expensive in terms of like regional pricing. If you look at like other games with regional pricing, then typically what you see is like one price in the US and then the same thing in India would be 70 to 90% less. That's what I think. Around there, like around 75 to 90% less. And you guys were getting gold passes at almost the same price as us. So, and I think one thing that they're also keeping an eye on is to see what the donations will look like, because a lot of people in India were donating gold passes in exchange for a little bit of pay. Right, like you can buy a gold pass in India for $3 and then pay them $4, right? Have somebody buy it for the equivalent of $3, I should say. I think they will be monitoring that. Okay, let's go for this. Hope I can donate to you at a low price and definitely donate you. I mean, we'll see if that even works, because I don't think it will work. They were definitely trying to crack down on that, but we can give it a shot. I'm ready for this one. Did manage to get the air bombs, which is nice. I'm gonna poison the logger. I do think that my healing tome was potentially a little late. Not too crazy, but just a little. I do want to watch the revenge shower. And yeah, I think we're good here, right? This is looking pretty clean. Might even have some swag here, right? This is looking like a swagalicious hit. Swag free, swag revive. Nice and easy. Crushed, I know, right? I know, right? Totally crushed. TBB Nasty is next. Let's see this number 9 base. This is that base, right, that I have saved. It is. So hang tight. I'm gonna give it a little bit of practice before I go into it. And I'm going to first try with this army. This is what I typically use. Troops patiently waiting for the overgrowth to wear off. That reminds me, that could have been quick, right? I think that was potentially like a around 80 seconds of a triple. So here's what I go for, is I'll drop one quake here to distract the builders, and then the other two right here. And that's the setup, but this time I missed the Super Wizard Tower. So I want to try that again. Let me see exactly why the Super Wizard Tower did get saved. It was this builder. It was that one. Let me see the base that I'm about to attack. This is the benefit of too much scouting and planning. It is, right? I've had people in the chat complain about me taking too long to plan my hits, but that's the whole point, right? Yeah, so this builder can potentially reach. That's the only thing. So there's one builder close by the lava launcher, but then there's another builder over here that can potentially reach the Super Wizard Tower. And it is good if the Super Wizard Tower goes down, because it makes a better funnel for my troops to go directly into the town hall area. So let's try that again. I think if I'm just lightning fast, that it should work. Like this, it does work this time. See, the Super Wizard Tower is gone, and I think it was because that this builder didn't have time to run there. So I think that's the key to getting the right setup on that particular layout. Thinking of upgrading Town Hall 18 the moment I hit Legends, hopefully next week after maxing out chops. Do you really think you're going to make it next week? That would be pretty cool. Would love to see you on the leaderboard. Okay, this one I'm going to try a full attack now. This one does have some subtle differences, especially with the placement of the air defenses. Something is targeting my warden, and he actually went down during the healing tone. So that wasn't that great, was it? I still think this can go through, and I'm practicing in Legends 1, by the way. So we will see if this goes through. I think it does. Potentially, it might have some complications if the prince doesn't go the distance. But see, even reviving my warden, I still can triple this. This week I got cooked, so next week just need defense to work on my side. Yeah, try your best, bro. You also need like a 3.0. Seriously, this is the first time I've seen someone distract a builder so he can't heal the building. I didn't exactly do that. I did something similar where I just destroyed the building first before the builder even had time to run to it. But to distract the builders, you just gotta drop the quakes on top of it. And that distracts them by making them repair the huts first. That's pretty close. And yeah, so if I really just get this setup done fast enough, I think that the Super Wizard Tower will go down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's why you're always under 1K. I have 4 accounts in the top 1K at the moment. I today reset with the 2 accounts in the top 2,000 and 4 in the top 1,000. And 1 was even in the top 200. Not quite, but very close. I have an alternative approach which triggers both Rage Shower, but this gives a better funnel. Yeah, I think that the funnel is more important because you can control the Rage Showers pretty easily with Overgrowth and with freezes. I'd rather focus on just getting a solid funnel. And another thing about number 9 is that there's a bit of a better spread between the multi-inferno, so I won't be able to freeze 2 multis at once. So that's why I think I really need to focus on getting a good dark orb so that I can get some decent damage reduction on these Rage multi-infernos. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I think we are good to go, right? Should be good to go. Hey, what's going on? You said, can you give me support in Clash? My team is weaker than me. I don't know exactly what you mean. You can text me on Discord and let me know exactly what you mean. Like, what kind of support you were looking for. Because I can help you plan hits and whatnot, but if you're like asking for players, then we have to plan that out like weeks or months in advance. Okay. I should have practiced that with the Logger Guardian, but I have seen this base enough in Legends to know that I should be okay. Even with the Logger Guardian. Should I spend a hero potion? I think I will. Just in case somehow level 25 makes a difference. 3-star Clash. Hey, good luck, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate that. And it's nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you on the stream before. And yeah, these guys are good. I do want to show you one attack from their side. And it was done by Big Country, and he streamed it earlier actually, but just in case you guys missed that attack, I want you to see it. Because he did use the Monolith Arrow, which I thought was pretty interesting. Let's go for this. Oh, it's Des. Hey, what's going on, dude? It's good to see you. So, the goal for the backpack is to hit the sweeper, right? But also, obviously, the value that I'm looking for. And unfortunately, the Super Wizard Tower did get saved. So that's definitely going to hurt the funnel just a little bit. Not too crazy, but enough to feel it. Thankfully, I did encounter a pretty manageable CC. Let's get that Dark Orb. It looks like somehow I missed the sweeper. I'm not sure how that happened. That sweeper is doing some damage. But I still think this will triple. Especially once I revive the Duke. Nice and easy, right? Good that I had some practice runs. Crushed. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Nexie, hey, what's going on? I got a new base design. It's awesome. Want to see it? Yeah. If you have it ready like for friendly challenges, then I'll even test it out for you. Zoro, hey, what's going on? Both Thor and Odin are in Junior 2, so can we see some Town Hall 17 attacks? Absolutely, bro. Dom, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, man. We are fighting hard in Titan 3. We did have some hiccups today. We had a 95%. This wasn't so bad, but this 1 star was painful because it was like the first attack of the war. And so I definitely think that took pressure off of them. You know, it would have been better if we could keep the pressure on them. Great hit, thank you. Yeah, Sweeper, I think you will be fine. What happened was I think I got a little greedy with where I dropped the Duke because I was hoping potentially that he would hit this air defense and the Sweeper. And so I kind of dropped him over by this army camp, or a little to the right of the army camp. But if I had dropped him over by this elixir source, he definitely would have hit the Sweeper, I'm sure of it. But let's at least take a playback to see what happened to the Super Wizard Tower. What ended up saving it. I mean, you enter my clan and give me a dragon and a spell? Absolutely, bro. Drop your clan tag. And I'll donate for you. I'll bring one of my accounts. If that's all you're looking for, then no. There's a lot of clans that have, like, request and go. So you can join those clans and get troops as well. You said thanks? Yeah, of course you, but you gotta drop your clan tag, or else I don't know where to go. Here's my base tag, I'll check it out in a second. Oh, and by the way, look. It looks like I cleared this base in just a minute and 17 seconds. How cool is that? But yeah, see, from where I dropped the Duke, I thought he would get the Sweeper and the air defense. But he only got the air defense. But that's not right. I don't know exactly what happened to the Super Wizard Tower. It looks like it got saved because it's only on like a sliver of HP. But there's a chance that I might have misplaced my Quakes. Not exactly sure. Anyway, let's move on. Why is Braun half speed? I wanted to see the Super Wizard Tower. Why it didn't go down. That's why. Dhoom bro, has your membership option not been unlocked on YouTube yet? I can check that right now, actually. But I think that I need more subs for that. I think you're supposed to get 1,000 subs. Nexy. This is you, bro, huh? Yeah, I know you have a bunch of other accounts. I don't know why, but I recognize you. I think you've been on my stream before, right? Yeah, this is, you're definitely doing some, experience farming, which is pretty cool. But you wanted me to check this out, right? This is awesome. I really like that Fury figurine that you have with the Duke. That's pretty cool. This is looking pretty sick, actually. Especially with this. I like that hound, the hungry hound. I really like the bronze effect. It makes it looks like a nice statue. That's your clan tag. I'm gonna join it right now, actually. Let me type that in on my phone quickly. That's sick. I know, right? It's very rare that you see decorations done nicely like this, right? Especially with the ring of trees. It's pretty cool. I still have 3 more Titan 3 hits, and then after this I will go into some Town Hall 17 hits as well if you guys want to see. And by the way, I have joined your clan. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It kind of just looks like some kind of Wi-Fi password. You should be able to unlock memberships. I think it only needs 500 subs. Let me check. I have the app on my phone, so I can have that set up. So it does look like I can do memberships. Although I'm not sure if I want to do that yet, because there's not exactly anything I can offer to members at the moment. Like, I would like to give something special to my members. But yeah. Okay, anyway. Let's move on here. This is a base that's been working well for a lot of people in Legends. It's tweaked, actually. I don't recognize seeing this core built like this. The only potential issue could be this raid shower. I'm not exactly sure if I should bring extra quakes to take it down or not. What I could also try to do is just use the 3 quakes in the core. I think that would give me a better funnel and an easier shot for the arrow. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I might actually go for that. Especially because I can focus the backpack to hit the sweeper. Whereas I think if I dropped the Duke directly at the 3 o'clock corner, he might miss the sweeper. So I would just drop him a little higher. It's kind of what I'm thinking. There's good value for a skeleton here as well. I typically use totems, but I can totally bring a skeleton. And overgrowth will be good to cover the fire spitter and maybe this multi-inferno in the expo. That's what I think. So let's go for it, shall we? I think I have everything that I need, including max level heroes. If you set up a membership, your membership price will be quite high. I won't make it too expensive, especially if I don't have much to offer. I won't make it too expensive. Like, I can give out memberships for like $1 a month. Because the truth is, I don't actually need money from you guys. I have a nice job. Skelly, yes, it's really mainly for the monolith and the enemy queen. That's really it. I might drop it also where it can potentially distract the ricochet. That's what I think. And yeah, you just reminded me, because I was about to go for it, right? Without the skeleton spell. You ever think these anti-jetpack bases will phase out with the new stuff added by Town Hall 19? Yeah, we'll definitely see a new meta by Town Hall 19. I think really the biggest cancer in the meta is the lava launcher, because it's making it really difficult to use a lot of ground stuff. Right now, super bowlers are working mainly because of their speed with the torch. When you give them rage spells, they just go so fast, like insane. So I think when we see this lava launcher go away, we'll see a lot of other ground stuff emerge. Yeah, I mean, don't forget to add. You reminded me, bro. Thank you. Okay, let's go for it. Should be able to crush this. Let's check this builder. It does reach the revenge shower or does not. I think it does not. But we can kind of try to play it safe with the quakes by dropping one to cover it. And I did land my target there, right? Turned out nicely. The damage doesn't seem very high, actually. Like, I think that it's the modifier. I'm so used to hitting this kind of a base with Legends 1 modifier. And it doesn't seem like stuff is dying quickly enough. You get some nice value there with the orb. I'm going to freeze the logger once the totem goes down. Just like so. And yeah, we've got some swag here again. Swag freeze and a swag revive. Nice and easy. You got this. Thank you, bro. How many subscribers do you have in Twitch? Do you mean followers? I have about like 160 something. Not that many. But I do know that smaller creators on Twitch do have a bit of a harder time with the liftoff. Like, it's hard to gain followers as a smaller Twitch creator. This guy wants me to look at his attack, so give me 1 second. I guess I can show you guys just for fun. 1 minute 30 seconds attack. Yeah, and that was with the swag revive, right? Nice and easy. What is going on? This guy's playing in Gold League, and he's only got 22 stars. Who is this guy? Town Hall 16, he's the leader. I see. Bro, you might want to kick a lot of these players, because they're not exactly doing anything for you. This is Town Hall 16 versus 17. It's a little bit of a funky layout. I think that this could be exposed in a lot of ways. With the Eternal Tome and the Fireball, really, I think that the layout itself was not that great, but you did get some nice swag. Swag revive, swag overgrowth, and 3 swag totems. It's pretty cool. I see a 0% there. Yeah, this isn't my clan. So, if this was my clan, I would have kicked half these guys. Just for not even showing up. But, hey, good attack, bro. Okay, number 13. This space. This is really common in Upper Legends. I don't even think I'm gonna have any kind of difficulty with this. I guess the question is where to put the overgrowth, and it totally depends on where the prince goes, actually. Because if the prince ends up going more towards, like after the clan castle, if he goes to the storage, then I might want to put the overgrowth over here. But if he goes more towards, like, the scatter shot, then I can put the overgrowth over here, so that the Duke can continue this way and get some value. Other than that, this does look like the same base I've seen a million times in Legends now. Are you going to do base review? A little bit. Doesn't matter how many subs or followers you have on YouTube and Twitch. What matters is that everyone in Clash of Clans knows Dhoom and GreenEternity will be there soon. Hopefully, if we can make it to Legend League CWL pretty early on. What about popping the Invis Tower early with the Invis spell? Here's my plan. Is I'm going to use 2 Quakes to destroy the Rage Spell Tower with the backpack. But then I'm going to use 1 Quake over here because the arrow plus the backpack will destroy the Multi-Gear Tower and the Invis Tower. So I'm not exactly worried about it. I guess really the only thing I should look out for is the timing of the Hydra, because if I do it too early, then I could potentially run into this Multi-Inferno while it's still raged. They do move through this section pretty quickly, and I Also want to make sure I don't have any issues with the prince going off on me. That's what I think. Remember, you were a pioneer for Super Bowlers before they became meta with the torch. Yes. I take pride in that. I was definitely one of the first to mess around with Super Bowlers. And that was way back in like January. Before the Duke, before, you know, before some equipments, stuff like that. Only 3 CWLs you need to reach Legend. Yeah, so the soonest that we would be in Legend League, like actually playing in Legend League, is probably going to be August. And the July 1st CWL, if all goes well, we'll be competing in Titan 1. But I'm sure that the competition up there will be extremely fierce. Like, extremely. And it's going to have Legends 1 modifiers in Titan 1. At least in the first go-around. Okay, I think we can go for this now, right? And so far the prince looks like he's going okay. Which way is everything going? I think it's going to go the other way. So I definitely want to do overgrowth over here. I'm going to save my rocket loons for the monolith. I said that, but I immediately dropped some. So that might have been a potentially a mistake. But so far we are looking good. I think we've got it. Nice and easy. How easy was that, guys? I think that could have potentially failed in Legends 1, especially because this overgrowth is actually not the best overgrowth in my opinion. I prefer to do the overgrowth over here, but in order for that, the prince needs to go more towards this area and more directly into the Revenge Tower. And I could see pretty early on that the prince was going like over to these storages. And so that's why I dropped the overgrowth over here instead. So that could have failed in Legends 1. This guy's saying we won. Unfortunately, the win is not 100% secured. Not quite. Revenge Tower could have hurt. Good job by the queen. Yeah, I saw that it was low and that the queen was attacking it just before she went down. So I do think reviving her was the correct choice there. But maybe the prince could have done it too. And now this is the last base, is this one. And if anybody has a base that's like similar to this for a friendly challenge, then you should definitely come over. I think I'm leaning mostly towards starting over here with the Duke. It's really where I'm leaning towards. If the Duke can get the scatter shot, then I should be totally good. That's what I think. You think you have it? Even if you have one that's like similar, then I would like to practice it. Should definitely come over and post it. I'll take one that's similar. Let me share this army to myself. I think it's this one, right? I didn't actually share it. I thought I did. Oh, I did actually. Oh, I shared it in the wrong clan is what I did. I forgot I wasn't actually in this clan. And Des, that base is not the right one. Unfortunately, this is not the right base. Definitely wouldn't consider that similar. I can also potentially run Super Bowlers. I do like the potential that they have on that base, especially because of the pathing. And I definitely think the sweeper won't be as big of an issue against the Super Bowlers. But the only thing about it is obviously the lava launcher. This base? Nah, I wouldn't practice on this one. I don't think you have a base that's close enough. Should I scan it? I think I'll show you guys what a scan would look like. We'll see if I can find any results. I'm not so sure. Found 16 results. So we should definitely watch one of these, right? Let's see which one. One has Root Riders. I don't see anything that looks too similar to what I'm using, except potentially result 5. I think result 5 could be good for me. Maybe also result 7. Those look like backpack hits. That's why I want to take a look at those. Such a cool bot, isn't it? It's pretty cool, right? And yeah, this is not the same base. And so he used the blower. I think that makes sense, actually, especially because of the amount of value. And then an approach like this behind the other fire spitter, I think that makes sense. I could probably pull that off. Let's see, it was result 7 I want to check out. Maybe this is the same base, potentially. Not quite. He went for a diagonal backpack. And got some nice value. Actually, I kind of like this. I think that this approach made a lot of sense, especially because of the fire spitters on this base. But I do like diagonal funnels, like diagonal setups like that. Let's see what other results I can look for. This guy's using RC charge result 1. Yeah, I think those were the only two I could realistically go off of. I was going to suggest blower, but the Duke is super weak and I failed today, so not suggesting anything. Yeah, the blower is not bad. The blower is not bad. We had one of our attackers yesterday use it. And one thing I do like about the blower in this particular instance is that if I drop it over here by this expo, that I think it will get the sweeper. That's what I think. But there is good, some like really nice backpack value, isn't there? Like if I could just bring 3 Quakes. Okay, let's try it. I think that the blower is a good call here. Like this, I'll probably use a... What am I thinking? I'll probably use a poison spell back here. I'm not sure what to bring. I think I should bring the Phoenix on the Duke, right? Especially if he's gonna end up dying over here. Yeah, I think that does make sense. Fangs can work too, I'm sure. Yeah, I like the Fangs because it's pretty easy to get a good entry into here. That's what I think, but to be honest, I'm really mostly worried about screwing it up and then not having a good plan for that other sweeper. So I do prefer the backpack in this particular instance. So if I ran the Phoenix here, I would probably run like the Raven on the Prince like this. And I think maybe I should also bring another baby dragon, potentially. Or I think I'll just use a dragon. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. How long left until the lava launcher goes goodbye? I'll show you. It's right here. We have 55 days left in our crafting phase, so just under 2 months. We will see some new defenses, and I think that the next crafting phase will be the one that we see in Worlds, so I'm excited for that. You can use 2 extra Quakes and trigger the other Rage Shower in the arrow. Nah. The biggest thing I can see is that I would be able to get the Revenge Shower. So that's what these I'm going to use 1 Quake over here, and then 3 in the core. And then just shoot the arrow from over here. I think that should work out totally fine. The only thing is potentially this monolith can be an issue. But I think if I have enough troops left alive in the end that I should be okay, right? Let's go for it. Nice tornado, bro. So this is where I want to use that extra dragon that I mentioned. And look at that value, man. That's just too much value. I don't think the base is gonna fight back properly anymore. Oh no! What is happening? Oh, I'm not happy about this split. What is happening, bro? That split is not okay. Oh, do I have this? I think I have this. I've got a really ugly split, but I barely managed to hold it together. Like, only barely. If I can get this monolith down, then sheesh, man. That was close, but I'll swag the poison on him. Holy moly, that had me like sweating. That is crazy. Wow, I literally felt a drip of sweat from my armpit fall down to my side. That's how that felt. Holy. That was crazy. Wow, the initial value got the 3-star, you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Let's watch that back. Wow, I even had rocket loons, you know? Like, maybe I could have gotten this air defense. That's crazy. Jeez, man. This value was nuts, though. But yeah, I think that the gap from this ricochet to the multi-inferno was too big. So really the only way that the Dragon Riders could have continued this way was if this mortar was still standing after the ricochet. But I think that the mortar goes down before the ricochet. And it does. I mean, it's around the same time. But that's what causes everything to go this way. And I used a freeze over here to stop these headhunters. And that kept my warden alive to the end, pretty much. That was enough to keep my warden alive to the end. So that definitely made a difference. Holy mackerel. That should not have been like that. That CWL for you, the pressure, yeah, I don't know. I thought I had a good plan, but once I saw the split, everything felt like it was falling apart. Wow. And it's funny because yesterday there were some hits I did where I was also sweating. But that is another 6 triples for me. I almost said 12 stars, but that's actually 18 stars. I managed 18 stars yesterday as well. So if you guys are entertained, then you should definitely subscribe. I'll be live again. I won't actually be live for day 3. I'll be live for day 4 through 7. Okay, let's go check out these Town Hall 17 hits that I have to get through. I should have this bookmarked somewhere, I think, right? GG's, bro, thank you. I'm glad that we won that war. After our very first attack was a 1-star, we ended up winning. Well, so somehow I don't have this saved. So I gotta go on my server real quick. Right here. Who has the percentage? We do. That triple just won us the war. Even though it almost fell apart. But the last attacker, I'm pretty sure he's gonna triple. So it will likely end as 42 to 42. Yeah, look at this matchup. this is really just a tough matchup. Like, most of us are Town Hall 17, and they are all Town Hall 18. I feel like these guys will beat us. I'm not exactly sure if we have any chance to actually promote having all Town Hall 17s. And unfortunately, my strategies on these accounts are very limited. I have to use Root Riders because I'll show you guys my Prince and Duke levels are not that great. I think I want to go for this base number 13. And yeah, let me show you guys. Like, these are the hero levels we're working with. Obviously, I'm going to run some boosts, but these are the equipment levels. This is just... You can tell I'm being hard carried. Can you do a Root Rider's attack with a Dragon Duke something? Well, look at my Duke levels, bro. Everything is level 1. Really, what I think is I'm just going to probably continue spending my ores on the king, because I have a lot of starry ores, but I don't have a ton of glowy or shiny ores because I'm not very active on these accounts, so I'm not getting any star bonuses. Check out number 5. I'm planning to hit it with Hydra. Let's totally check it out, bro. You want to use Hydra on this base? I personally, on bases like this, I like approaches where you go early into the Town Hall and then manage these Rage Showers with Freeze and Overgrowth. These sweepers are a little cheese, so I think you should shoot your arrow from this top left army camp to grab these 2 air defenses. Or actually, maybe even the bottom. Are you planning something with the backpack? Is that what's happening? There's morsels in the event, but I don't think you'll grind for that right now. Absolutely not, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care about these accounts. And I also don't think we're winning this war. We have 22 stars and 9 hits. And they are perfect so far in 7 hits. I'm pretty sure they'll dunk at least 40 on us. You're gonna use the backpack? No backpack. Did you mean no comma backpack? Or just no backpack? Arrow left army at 12 and army from 2. Let me check. Yeah, the army from 2 does sound good. The only scary thing is that going into this monolith kind of late is a little risky. So you definitely want to watch this monolith use totems and a skeleton. Like if the stun blaster goes off over here, you won't get much value. You'd rather have the stun blaster over like by the scatter shot. So it's important that you manage this monolith correctly. But I do think shooting the arrow from the top left army camp is the best approach. And then the dragons at 2 o'clock. That's... Already you read my mind there? So it's better to go from 6. I was looking at 6 because you get an earlier approach into the monolith, but I don't know if that's better or not because of the sweepers. I think that this 2 o'clock approach will get you at least through the sweepers a little better. That's what I'm thinking. You just have to watch the monolith, that's it. I don't actually think you'll struggle to triple that. If you're using my army, it should be an easy triple. Okay, so this base, what I want to do is I want to go for an RC charge into the fire spitter over here, and then the roots into the town hall. That's what I'm thinking. The only potential issue is this fire spitter over here, but I can control it, I think, with the ice golems. Here, let me boost up. Yeah, these are the levels we're working with. I guess if I'm gonna upgrade any of these right now, it might be the healing tome. Let's see if I have ores. I think I have enough ores for only one upgrade. So I'd get an extra half a second on the ability. And a little bit of extra healing as well. When you get that plus 10 and the plus half a second, I think it adds an extra total of about 500 hit points. Is that right? I think so. Maybe not 500, but a little less. Let's upgrade this. And yeah, now I'm out of ores. Out of the purple ores. I guess the only other thing I could consider bringing is a skeleton spell. So that I can distract the monolith on the backside. Let's go for it. Got a nice timing there. There was good too. I don't know where the RC is going to go next. She goes to the mortar, right? That's fine. I'm actually alright with that. I thought I could potentially get this monolith, but I don't think I will. I guess it's fine that I don't, because let's go for an early healing tome here. I lost my mini warden somehow. And I probably should have used my poison spell a little earlier. Do I have any root riders left? I do not. So it turns out that that approach was completely wrong. I'm definitely failing this. Let's see if I can pull it back. I might be able to, actually. I think I might have just been able to hold this together just barely. All my root riders got smoked. Maybe it was an issue with the healers. I'll have to watch it back. I totally thought I was failing this, but I should probably remind myself that this is normal mode, right? Nothing fails in normal mode. Nice 3 stars. Are you doing base visit? Ami, hey, what's going on? Yes, drop your player tag. Shaheen, hey, it's good to see you, bro. You just missed all of my Titan 3 hits. I just did all triples. I'm 12 for 12 so far on all of my Titan 3 hits, and we have day 3 starting in a couple hours, but I don't think I'll be live for the beginning of day 3. I'm probably gonna head to sleep soon. What do you think they'll do with ores in the June update? I think they'll make it so that you can actually grind them. Like, right now the only way to get ores is with time-based stuff. Like, for example, you can get ores from star bonuses, which you can only do once a day. You can get ores from wars, which is only every 2 days. You can get ores from raid medals, which is every week. Missed your hits? It's okay, bro. You can just rewind, right? If you want to watch them. It took me a long time to get through them, I'll be honest, because I was kind of overthinking on a lot of attacks. But thankfully, they all did go through for triple. I'm glad that I was patient enough with my planning. might have typed this thing wrong, but this looks correct, right? Mr. Invincible, Town Hall 11. Man, it's funny because I remember taking a break from Clash and coming back, and this is what my village looks like. Was this... And this was years ago. Like, I want to say 8 or 9 years ago, maybe. 7 or 8 years ago. Something like that. But now I don't think it would take very long to get to this point, right? Maybe like a couple months. Base visit, please, love from India. Hey, I appreciate you watching, bro. All the way from India. What time is it for you? It's probably around 12 noon, right? You're doing a good job on your base summit, but just be patient, bro. It's going to take a while before you get to a level that clans are going to want you. Just enjoy the game as much as you can. It's hard to make design bases before Town Hall 14 because you don't have all the walls. You can make like small designs, but nothing too crazy detailed, right? But I do think that the design he had was pretty cool. Oh, I definitely did this wrong. Hang on. 9UGQ2 QJGO. Your Town Hall 18, you're in Legends 1, bro. Congrats. Nice to see some Legends 1 players in my stream. I have 6 accounts in Legends 1. I often do Legends hits on the stream. I haven't done any today so far, so I will get to that after this last CWL hit. Bro, you're doing a great job on your base. I don't really think there's anything for me to critique. Your heroes are looking good. I hope you have a builder on the logger. I'm assuming you do because there's one builder on the Town Hall that's probably on the logger. The next thing I want to see from you is a good rank. You guys facing TBB, how's it going? We won. My last attack needed to triple for a win. I actually needed to get 6 straight triples to secure the win. Hi bro from Sri Lanka. Hey, it's good to see you. I think you've been on my streams before, right? I do have a little bit of viewership out of Sri Lanka, so it's pretty cool. This will be the last base I visit, guys. Town Hall 1. Look at you, bro. The only thing you have to do is upgrade the clan castle. There's a way to do it, and I won't tell you how, because that would kind of spoil the fun a bit. But there's definitely a way to build the clan castle. GG, bro. Green Eternity. Yeah, we kicked ass. I'm happy about how that went down. It's not my base. Did I look at the wrong one? I might have checked the wrong one. Make sure you send the correct tag. And Zako, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Okay, let's see which base I can crush. I think that I might have a good chance against this base, especially if I can get a nice log launcher to secure the value in the Town Hall area. Do I want to use a Rage spell or do I want to use the Super Valkyrie? I may want to use a Rage spell, I think. I'm also looking for a good entry for the log launcher. There's a poison tower over here. I should be able to pull that somehow. I think that this will be the base I hit, and I might fail, depending on what happens in this town hall area. But I think I'm going to use my rage spell over on that side. Thanks for the follow, bro. I appreciate that. Why you didn't purchase skins or the scenery? I just not that into it. Do you play esports? Yes, I have a team. I play for Coastal Tides. Let's boost up. And I need to change the CC a little bit. What I was thinking was to bring the Super Yeti and an Ice Golem, because the Ice Golem will give me some nice damage reduction. And I have an extra 5 space for what, like a balloon? It's kind of what I'm thinking. I guess I might also want to consider charging into the fire spitter. That's what I think. There was a typo in the ID you typed, there might have been. How did you push 6 different IDs to max legends, and did they all happen simultaneously or did they happen gradually? Well, these 6 accounts, these top 6 accounts, there used to be only 2 that were like fully maxed at one point, and the rest of them were like 1 or 2 town halls down. And that was years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago maybe. So it took a few years just to get them all to at least match the level of each other. Let me see if I can type in the correct player tag. Yeah, this looks correct. This would be a proper base for a visit, right? Yeah, bro, for Town Hall 16, you're looking pretty good. Looks like you're working mostly on defenses, and you have some nice hero levels too. Fully maxed, you should definitely try to push ranked a little more. I think that League 26 is a little low. But the upgrades you've done are pretty good. It's bored to play this game more than 2 hours, because after completing CWL attacks and filling the storage and builders, there's nothing to do. Yeah, that's why you make new accounts. That is why you make new accounts. That's how people end up with so many. Is because if you're playing on only one account, then you're gonna run out of stuff to do pretty quickly. Okay, let's go for this. I have a level 6 log launcher in my CC, so I should be good to go, right? Let's go for it. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no problem. You're doing good on your base. Just push ranked a little bit. I want to see you at least in like Dragon League. I think that would be a good level for you. So after she goes to the... nice NATO, bro. Let's just recall. I lost my fox, but it's okay. Not actually a huge deal. But I have a clear entry for the roots into here. So I just have to remember to drop the... Well, it looks like the RC is actually going to help me over here. I suppose that's okay. I kind of forgot to come up with a plan for the for the poison tower, but I don't think that it's going to be an issue at this point. I wish I had a revive spell. That would be nice for picking the RC back up. But I think I should have a triple here, right? Things are looking okay. When you play on Legends 1 all day, then normal mode feels pretty easy. Swag overgrowth. It's easy to make Drag 20 as a Town Hall 16. You got this? Yeah, absolutely right. There's actually Town Hall 15s in Dragon League. So currently we're in second, but I think that it's because we don't have we have extra hits done compared to the other clans, so I'm expecting we'll finish this day in around something like third or fourth, not so sure. And yeah, so I'm gonna wrap the stream up. It's been about an hour and a half. It's 11:35 p.m. for me, so it's a little late, but I at least want to finish it off with a couple Legends 1 hits. This is a base that I've been crushing a lot lately. At first it was a little difficult, but I managed to find somebody that has it saved, and so I found a pretty nice solution for this base. So first I dropped these rocket loons to snipe the monolith, and then a baby dragon here to get a good angle for the arrow. And the giant arrow gets 2 air defenses and a sweeper. This should be a triple. You guys might think I'm calling it a little early, but it's not, actually. I think the Warden's gonna follow the Dragon Riders, and that's totally okay, because the remaining damage is not too crazy. And where is the Prince going to go? I think he's going to go next to the storage, right? That's okay, and then the Fire Spitter, and that's good. Just like that. And I've got a swag freeze and a swag revive. Nice and easy. Core multis with the Rage Shower always sucks. It does. It does. So that's why you destroy the Rage Shower early. Okay, let's do one more attack, and then I'll call it good on the stream. It's been an eventful stream. I'm glad that we beat these guys, the Bad Batch. They are definitely a strong team, and they managed to defend one of our guys to a 1-star, which is pretty insane. I wasn't expecting any 1-stars. So, definitely a tough fought war, right? And we see this base. I'm gonna try this again here. I've kind of been failing this base, but I think it's mostly because I've been missing the arrow quite a bit. So I'm gonna lock in here, try to get this arrow dead right. And of course I missed the arrow. Not sure why I'm missing the arrow like every time on this base. It feels like every time. I did get a lot of Dragon Riders veering off on me, which is not ideal. I'm not exactly sure about my odds here. They don't look too hot. That might be okay. think I'm going to wait for this Invis Tower to go off. It does, and then just overgrowth. Honestly, I don't think I need that overgrowth, but it's just there just in case. And then revive the Duke. Which one is it? Is it the bottom one? I think it is. I think it is the bottom one. But let's see if we can just swag the revive. What's your war streak, bro? In this clan, it's 120. Or like 121. And our other clan is like 170. I'll show you. But I'll be honest with you, we definitely could have a better streak if we didn't have so many draws, right? When we started the streak, we had 0 draws. And we started the streak in this date that was reestablished. And our very first war of this streak was a draw. And it was also, coincidentally, the very first draw war in the clan history. And so we've had 108 draws and 121 wins. And every single war has been 100%. And I can't exactly prove it to you, right? Because this only shows the last 50 wars. But you can just take my word for it that literally every war has been 100%. And this is our other clan. And Faizy's the leader of this clan. He's doing a really great job with this clan, and we have a 178 streak here. The draws are picking up a little bit here, but the reason that we're winning a little more here is because it's got a lot of lower town halls. So that's why. How much longer have you started to play Clash of Clans? I started way close to the beginning, bro. I was in middle school playing Clash of Clans on the iPhone 3GS. That's ancient technology now. I've got an iPhone 17 Pro Max right here. And yeah, now I'm 26. I know, bro, draws are too many. Yeah, right now draws are just cancer. I would like to see a tiebreaker eventually. Or at least modifiers. It would be nice to have some modifiers added. Like Legends 2 modifier looks pretty good. Oh, wrong. I was typing in as if I was looking for a player. Did I type that correctly? I think I did. 9UG Q2Q JGL. It's my player tag. Okay, so I did actually search in the right place. So this is you, bro. I'm gonna send you a friend request, but I have too many friends. This is kind of an issue on a lot of my accounts, so I'll remove some friends. And looks like you guys are friends with Renaji. That's pretty cool. I remember last year we had a nice CWL that our clan made it to global rank 11, and so we were on the leaderboards for a month. You have a 67 win streak. That's pretty cool. It's pretty decent. I would have to, guessing just based on the amount of draws that we have here, I would guess that you started your streak sometime in 2025. Maybe around May or June of 2025. Oh, you know Renaji? Yes, we faced his clan in that week. I think it was last July. And we faced another clan that had a bunch of pro players in it, and we actually beat them. And that was pretty cool. That's actually one of my... If you scroll way to the beginning of all the live streams, all of the live streams I've ever done on YouTube, then you can see that. How does CWL leaderboard work? So you can see right here, there's 351 stars and 10,475 destruction percentage. So essentially what it does is it groups all the clans that finish in first place in their group, and then sorts them by stars. And if there's any clans tied on stars, then they'll be sorted by destruction. send me friend requests, I have to... Let me bookmark your clan. I have to remove at least one of my old friends. Not sure which one to remove. I guess this one. By the way, this was the clan. This was the clan that we defeated in that week. What was your clan's name? I thought I bookmarked it, but I might not have. I'll check you out again. But yeah, by the way, guys, I'm gonna call it Best Friends, right? Here it is. And yeah, you got my friend requests. I'm gonna call it on the stream. It's been a good one, about an hour and 45 minutes. I managed 6 triples over here, and they did come through with the last triple. So, turns out that it actually did make a difference that I tripled that last hit. Let's watch this attack. And that reminds me, I wanted to show you guys one attack, so I'll show you that. Do you know Sumit? Yes, of course, bro. Sumit's like the #1 YouTuber, other than like maybe Judo. So this is Fireball, Backpack, Blower, Giant Arrow. So like every single damage equipment in the game right now. Except for obviously the RC. This is kind of insane, actually, that he went for this. With the Siege Barracks, that Logger did some damage on his healers. Now he drops the poison. Oh, his healers, man. And that's a recall that saves his healers, probably. And then he probably just drops the king into here. I think that makes perfect sense, actually. Good night, bro. Loved your stream. Thank you, bro. Sumit also playing in the World Championship this year. They got a crazy team. Is it crowned YouTube? That's cool. Atomic, if you want to add one of my accounts as a friend, you should go to my clan and try to at least send a friend request to all of my accounts, because I'm sure some of them don't have enough space in the friends list. Look at this swag, bro. 6 swag rocket loons and a swag revive. That is some serious swag. And well executed attack, so GG to Conquest, and great job to this clan, actually. I really think that the performance they put up would have been enough to defeat most clans in Titan 3. So we kind of edged out a win here on percentage. 98.73 versus 98.4. It's really close. Really, really close. Very cool. And so yeah, I'm gonna call it good now. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a fun stream. I'll be live again on day 4, so not tomorrow, but in 2 days. And so yeah, y'all have a great night and take care and peace.